Hello, this is Steve Cramer, UNCG Business Librarian with a short introduction to how to find competitors using the library's DataAxle database. Let me show you first how to get there from the campus homepage. We will go into the library homepage. And from that page, you can go into DataAxle using databases or also research guides by subject, which I'll do instead. And most of the business school guides have the link we need. I'm going to go to the Marketing, Entrepreneurship, Hospitality, and Tourism homepage. And DataAxle is under the private companies database box right there. This is something the library pays for. So use these links to make sure that you have access, can get access. It also works off campus. I'm off campus right now, doing this at home. And we need, of these 10 modules, we need the first one up here in the top left, US businesses. This database covers basically every business location in the country. So not just like the headquarters, like Walmart's headquarters in Arkansas, but every Walmart store in the country, plus every Walmart warehouse and distribution center, other offices, etc., as well as every locally owned retailer in any place. So it's very comprehensive. It's in fact what Google uses in Google Maps. If you Google a place in Google Maps, you get data from DataAxle as well as Google's own content. We need to do two things, really. Identify the place, the market locations where we're competing in, and also what industry we're competing with. So to do that, first off, we look at geography. And as you can see here, a lot of choices. I won't spend much time on this because it's pretty straightforward, but there's a mapping tool you can use as well as just identifying individual cities or counties, and you can do more than one. So for example, I'm going to pick North Carolina and just pick just 2 counties to start with. I can go to my search for Guilford, and let's go into Forsyth as well. Or city or places by metro area, zip codes, it's up to you. A lot of options here. Next step takes a little more thought usually, and that is what industry am I competing in? Who are my competitors? Define the industry. And I'm going to show you quickly 3 strategies to do this. One is simply keyword searching. And so, for example, maybe I'm trying to find tattoo parlors. I'm going to type in tattoo. Try to get a good match. And there we go, tattooing. I noticed there's other hits. I could pick more than one if I wanted to. I'm just going to do one for now. I see that we're going to have 36 hits, and I can view results. And they will be alphabetical order by name. I could also sort it by city or state, or also sort it by sales descending. Most of these are probably pretty small, given the industry. And download all of them as well. I can download them using just the check boxes and then the download button there. Among other options I won't get into today, heat maps and summaries, etc. But here you go. Here's one simple way to identify all the tattoo parlors in the triad, or at least in these 2 counties. Another option, though, sometimes keyword searching is too focused. I want a broader category. So instead, I'm going to this time change to women's apparel as a retailing category. So I'm going to pick major industry group, which gives you a chance to browse industries. And that may take more time to find focus where you need to be. So that's one downside of this approach. But if you are looking for a big category, it usually works pretty well. So retail trade, I see apparel, I'm going to open it up. A women's clothing store sounds good. And also let me do women's accessory specialty stores. I could also choose subsets of these if I wanted to. Right now I'm going to choose all these categories though. And we'll see we get a lot of hits. And once again, I can do results, sort it, download it, etc. So that's another way to identify your competitors, right? Looking at industry lists. What if though you don't know what industry you're competing in? That's fine, that happens all the time. So let's try this. I'm going to go to quick search. And for example, I worked with a team once in the business school MBA team who was working on consulting for HECO Americas. And they were in Greensboro. This is optional, but will help me get fewer hits. And let's see if this works. Should get at least 1 hit. All right, yep. And let me do the first one. Actually, yeah, it's fine. So this company works on repairing, refurbishing aircraft cabins. And we can see that they have assigned a category of SIC code 458104, aircraft servicing and maintenance. I'm going to make a note of that. 458104. If you prefer NICS codes, and I know I'm not getting into what those are, but just if you know what they are, notice there's also a code under the NICS classification system. And now I can go back to doing your search. And just very quickly, like last time, advanced search, and pick my industry, pick my place. I could also search for like size of the company, how many employees they have, whether it's public or privately owned. Those are other options I could add, but I'm just going to keep this simple for now and look at our state. And then now that we have the code, I can go to make keyword signix down here in the box. I'm going to type in 458104. And we do get 74 hits. Let me sort this by sales descending, biggest on top. In other words, there we go. And hit goes in this list, maybe on page 2. We've got 2 pages here. But these are all companies that are working on, in some ways, repairing, upgrading aircraft engines, aircraft parts, aircraft cabins. So there you go. 3 different solutions for this. If I can support you as you pursue your competitive analysis, please let me know. Back on these research guides, like this one, up on the right, you'll see my picture, email link, a chat box, scheduling tool, other options too. So good luck with your research, and thank you.